country will improve immediately. As for me, I'll be home on that day doing essentially the same thing as you. The only difference is, when I get finished masturbating, I'm going to have a little something to show for it, folks. Thank you very much.
Is a fast food worker and says she barely makes enough to scrape by.
A lot of my money that I make goes back into my rent.
In a new survey from careerbuilder.com, 78% of workers say they are living paycheck to paycheck to make ends meet, up from 75% last year. 1 in 10 people earning more than $100,000 a year say they're waiting for payday to pay the bills.
All right, here's a question. When it comes to money, are you feeling comfortable? Turns out a lot of people say no, not with today's inflated prices.
Freeze to cars to you name it. Stuff just costs more. And that has a whopping 72% of people feeling financially insecure, according to a Bankrate survey. So how big of a paycheck is it going to take?
Americans say that they want to earn about $233,000 a year just to feel comfortable. And I think it really all does go back to that, this high inflation era that we're living in.
$233,000. That's a lot, considering the median U.S. household brings in about $70,000. They also found women feel less secure than men, and Gen Xers, people in their 40s and 50s, are feeling the most worried.
Stressed about money than ever before.
87% of Americans said that inflation and the rising costs of everyday goods is what's driving their stress. And that's one of the highest numbers of stress that we have seen in the Stress in America survey.
4 in 10 Americans say that money affects them negatively and the state of their mental health.
Money is a universal stressor, regardless of your financial standing.
Poor mental health not only takes a toll on a person's overall well-being, but it's also bad for the economy. Workers experiencing even one poor mental health day a month could lead to $53 billion less in total income each year in the United States.
Money touches every part of our life, right? And it's, modern day survival.
I felt hopeless. I was feeling that depression and I didn't really know what to do.
It's affecting some Americans more than others.
Statistics say that 75% of Latinos are stressed about money. One of the biggest anxieties that we face is how are we going to build generational wealth?
So why is money so stressful in the United States? And what can Americans do to alleviate the pressure? With the cost of living skyrocketing, many Americans are experiencing financial stress on a daily basis.
Something that comes up time and time again when we query Americans about their personal finances. Essentially, it is the expenses that surprise them on an ongoing basis, so trying to pay for everyday items, not having emergency savings, and debt. Those 3 issues are at the top of their list of concerns.
More than 80% of Americans ages 18 to 43 said money is a significant source of stress for them.
Certain individuals are struggling more when it comes to concerns about inflation and money.
Between men and women, there were differences in the way they processed it. We had more women tell us that it was negatively affecting their mental health, yet men told us that it affects their mental health more often.
I felt like I was at a low point because for my age and where I wanted to be, where I thought I should be in life, I felt like behind. I didn't have any savings. I was living paycheck to paycheck.
In a lot of ways, money is a safety net or a source of stability. And without it, people feel vulnerable and anxious about the future.
Latino and Black adults were more likely to say that money was a significant stressor more frequently than white and Asian respondents.
Especially coming from my experience as a first gen, my parents didn't know how to navigate this financial system. That's why I even myself entered finance, because I saw the stress my parents faced. So then I could learn and help protect them as well as protect the community and providing them education about finances that are, transparent.
Many Americans don't feel hopeful about their financial future, with 41% saying it's, quote, going to take a miracle to be ready for retirement.
I think the problem in recent years has been that there has been this so-called risk shift, whereas the risk of being responsible for things has been shifted from others onto the individual. What can you put on that list? The cost of obtaining a college education, previously in the public realm, borne by taxpayers. We know where that's been going. The burden of saving for retirement was often more heavily owned by employers when they provided pension benefits. That was shifted to individuals with the changes in 401ks. Healthcare has become increasingly expensive. That's responsible for 1/5 of the American economy, and consumers and employers bear that burden.
Americans say they're feeling pressure to cut back on spending. More than 50% of adults say they've already cut back on dining out and will consider reducing their spending more if inflation continues to rise. More than 75% of adults said they're worried higher prices will force them to rethink their financial choices. Even higher income Americans making at least $100,000 per year say they either have or are considering cutting back on spending.
People need to have a sense of hope. And so, when the economy is working for them, there's a greater likelihood that people will have hope that they can accomplish their basic personal financial objectives.
Americans are making a connection between their financial stress and worsening mental health. 42% of U.S. adults say that money negatively impacts their mental health, with 28% saying they worry about their finances daily.
Many Americans tell us that some of their sources of financial stress are as simple as looking at their bank accounts or making purchases or talking about money.
Thinking about money or your finances, it can feel unavoidable with the approaching summer and travel plans, holidays, gift buying. All of these things are really stressful and can trigger concerns about finances.
Sometimes dealing with stress can worsen someone's financial problems. Mental health issues can have serious consequences for a person's overall well-being.
There is clear evidence that mental illness affects your physical health.
We typically see stress manifest in two ways. One are physical symptoms, so things like teeth grinding, headaches, stomach discomfort, muscle tension. The second is emotional responses, so that can look like anxiety and stress, difficulty sleeping, changes in your eating patterns. And so when those come together and they are unmanaged, that's where we see really negative physical and emotional consequences.
Many people struggle with the shame of their financial difficulties, and it's often a burden that's carried alone in silence. And in turn, people go to great lengths to hide their financial difficulties, which further entrenches them in their isolation. And that isolation and burden can become so great that people facing these difficulties are more likely to experience suicidal thoughts and even make suicide attempts as a way to escape from their problems.
While there are many forces at play that are outside of people's control, such as the rising cost of living, there are steps Americans can take on their own to help themselves feel more financially secure. Experts say the first step is examining your mindset around money.
I was constantly looking for how can I find hope in this situation? Because you can have fear and scarcity, especially nowadays. It's so easy with the economy and inflation. We're bombarded by it every day. I'm like, there's not enough money. There's not enough money. So it keeps us in a scarcity mindset and that fear around money.
I faced financial anxieties myself, and I had all the resources to actually take action on my debt or not even get into debt. But yet, because of my mental health and because of the environment I was in, and because I didn't want to take ownership of my finances, I had to face the realness of my debt.
Important to monitor your physical health.
What is happening to us mentally, it affects us physically also. If you're not treating your depression and anxiety well, you are probably not doing a great job managing blood pressure and diabetes and other chronic conditions.
I always kind of go back to the basics, which is to make sure you're eating healthy, that you're getting enough sleep, that you're staying active, and that you're staying socially connected.
The concept in mental health recovery is that our first step is building hope. We need to see that there's a path to recovery and that things will get better. And they usually do.
I did the same shit again. You guys couldn't hear me, huh? That's exactly what I did last time. I was just talking by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? But I'm glad I caught myself. But welcome back to Positively Honest Podcast, where we keep it absolutely positively honest. You know what I'm saying? We are absolutely brilliant gang out here, okay? We go after the facts. We seek. Let me say that again. We seek education, the truth. You know what I'm saying? Unlike a lot of people. But anyways, it might be, you know what I'm saying, a long intro on my YouTube. But you guys can skip. You know what I'm saying? Not when it's live. You know what I'm saying? Nope. But if you guys watching this after, you know what I'm saying, when it's not live, after life is done, is over, you guys can obviously skip the long intro. I have to do, it's not even that long, but usually the one that I have is like 32 minutes. You guys usually can skip 32 minutes, okay? But I want to talk about how there is for iPhone users. If you are an iPhone user, iPhone, iPad, all of that shit, there is a security risk that you need to pay attention to, okay? There's a security warning. There's actually warning issued a couple days ago, or a day ago or so, okay? And as you guys can see right here on the screen, there's a secure risk. Your phone might be spying on you. I mean, obviously we've been knowing that shit for a long time. New World Order. I mean, not a lot of you guys know that, but I know that iPhones or any smartphone that's connected to the internet, you know what I'm saying, is spying on you, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But they always say, oh, that's not true. But anyways, there is a security risk. And what happened is, I mean, let me read it to you. This update provides an important security fixes, and it's recommended for all users, okay? For information on this security content, blah, 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 blah. And I am the one that went into that link and see what is that security? What is that? What is the warning? Why is it this big deal? Well, here's why. Apple has issued iOS 16.6.1, an emergency iPhone update you should apply now. That's because iOS 16.6.1 fixes two serious flaws, issues, both which are already being used in real life attacks, hacks, manipulations, spying, and all of that bullshit, okay? It goes on to say Apple doesn't provide much detail about what's being fixed in iOS 16.6.1 to give us iPhone users the time to update before attacks can get hold of the details. However, it has emerged that the flaws fixed in iOS 16.6.1 were used in real life iPhone attacks to deliver spyware. Let me say that again. The flaw or the issue that they're claiming they already fixed, or the one that you need to update right now, the main reason why that you guys are updating it now is there is a vulnerability. There is a backdoor where Apple didn't know about, where iPhone users or iPhone, there was actually a flaw on real life real-life iPhone attacks to deliver spyware, which means it's spying on you like in real life. They're watching on you, like they're watching you like through your camera, which is fucking. I said that yesterday. You feel me? A lot of you guys didn't believe me. Okay. The first patch in iOS 16.6.1 is flaw in image IO, tracked as CVE 2023-41064. I don't know what the fuck that means, which could allow an adversary to execute code via malicious crafted image. Damn, don't click. Yo, if you get, I know a lot of you guys be like, oh, what the fuck? I'm not that stupid to actually do it. But sometimes, I don't know, bro. You can accidentally click it. Anything can happen. You feel me? And so it says Apple is aware of a report that this issue might have been actively exploited. The iPhone maker said on its support page. Okay? The second security issue fixed in iOS 16.6 is flaw in Apple's wallet, which is even crazier, tracked as CVE 2023-41061, which could allow an attacker to execute code via malicious crafted attachment. You feel me? Don't fucking click that attachment. Again, Apple warned that it is aware of a report that is issue might have been actively exploited. They always say, oh, we are aware of that shit. The update 16.6.1 comes as iOS 17 is due to be released within coming weeks, and must have thought that this issue was too important to ignore ahead of the major update of its iOS operating system. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. Like, they had to really do something about it because this shit is, woo. You feel me? Spyware. And I have a feeling, you feel me? Because look at this shit. Look at this. Don't click. If you see something like that, do not click. Do not. I'm telling y'all right now. I'm saving y'all right now. I'm telling you right now. Telling you right now. Right now. Do not click if you see something like that. You feel me? And you just click it and it's over. It's over. Okay? It's crazy how they say, oh, you know what I'm saying? You thought like iPhone, this fucking company who is worth $1 trillion cannot even keep their iPhones secure. They always say, oh, it's 100% secure. Cap.
Stop the cap.
But again, you know, but I think I might have a reason why this is happening. You know what I'm saying? Do you see this headline? Yeah, they lost 200 billion. Not million. Not, this is 200 with the B. With the B, okay? In 2 fucking days after report of iPhone ban in China. Yeah, China banned iPhones on their government buildings, just like how the United States banned TikTok on government issued phones or government buildings, government space. You cannot use it anywhere that's the government owned, anywhere federal you cannot use that TikTok in the United States. You cannot download a property that's owned by the government or anything. And China decided that, you know what? We're going to ban iPhones from all government buildings. I don't know what it is. There's some shit lurking behind because Apple decided that they are going to move their factories from China to India. They're like, we're done with, you know what I'm saying, China. Like, thanks for your help. We are $3 trillion or more company. Now we're gonna go exploit other countries. That's what I think is happening, and that might be the reason why you seeing this. Because Chinese, man, they don't play. China, they know how to fucking hack. They're top when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, spyware and technology. You remember the 5G? Think about that. That's, you know what I'm saying. China they don't play when it comes to that shit. So bottom line is make sure you freaking update. Make sure you're, you know what I'm saying, make sure you update your.
Well, I'd say that this vulnerability should be taken really seriously because it does give somebody full admin access without you even realizing that it's happening, without you clicking on anything, without you having to, click on something that lets the bad guys in. And so it is really, really important that you run the update as soon as possible.
Update it.
Not only are you telling the good people of the world that they need to patch, but you're also making it very public to people with malicious intent that this could be exploited. So that's why speed is of the essence. That's why I've been nagging my kids since yesterday to patch their phones. I think that organizations need to be telling their students their.
But honestly, I don't know. I'm not telling you guys to update. I'm just telling you what's been reported. They could have, Apple can have a different agenda. Don't trust nobody. Yeah. They definitely can have a different agenda. Remember, they can slow down old phones to make sure to force you to upgrade. They do that all the time. They're scammers. They do that shit. Look it up. If you don't believe me, Google it. You know what I'm saying? They have done that before. They slow down batteries, or they will drain your old phone battery. Let's say iPhone, let's say you have iPhone 16 or whatever, 16 plus. They're gonna slow down for sure, because they want you to upgrade. It happened to me. You feel me? That's why but I didn't even know anything about their scamming games. But now there's no way I'm gonna buy a fucking iPhone. There's no way. Hell.
Nope.
Fucking no.
Nope.
Nah, man. Because if you know anything, there's slaves who build your iPhone, the iPhone batteries, the minerals those batteries are made from comes from Congo, Africa. And you know who gets that mineral from very, very toxic environment, inhumane environment, kids and women. Every day, without, you know what I'm saying? And we just enjoy that fucking iPhones. But hey, I would just say look more into this. You know what I'm saying? I had to, we have no choice. They're gonna, if you don't update this, they will update your phone. Like, trust me, you cannot just say, no, I don't wanna like update or upgrade this or whatever. They will update, they will force an update to your phone. They have access to the software of your phone. They can do whatever without you knowing. But we act like, oh, this phone, I bought it. It's mine. What? So make sure, man. Yeah, I need to learn a little bit more about that. But let's move on. One other thing that somebody that really recently got me to respect them. They earned my respect because this guy is really fighting like an important fight for the people. For the people. Look, one of the examples is, and I've reported this before. I don't know about you guys if you've been following this, but in California, there is a bill that's happening where parents will be put in jail if they deny their kids of the opportunity of their kids like changing gender in a young age. Let me say that again. If you live in California and you have kids in California and your kid is 11 years old and he comes to you and says to your wife, hey mom, I am he's a kid, like that's your son, but now he says, hey mom, I feel like I want to be a girl. I have to, cut off my organs. I have to cut off the thing that makes me a boy. I don't want to be a boy anymore. And the mom is like, okay, son. New world order. Okay, son. Do whatever. He's 11 years old or younger. What do you mean do whatever? And the dad comes in and he's like, what do you mean? You're a boy, son. Stop playing. Let's go play some sports. Let's do something. We're men out here. Let's do something. And he's like, no, I want to be a girl. That cannot. I say that again. That father cannot say, you cannot be a girl. So that little fucking 11 years old kid can go to a doctor and say, you know what? I need a surgery. Make me a girl. Go ahead. And the doctor, by all means, go ahead and do the surgery without the permission of the parent. This is the world that we live in 2023. New world order. And for some reason in America, a lot of parents are like, okay, do whatever. In the land of the free, that's where we came to. That's where we came to the point where people think that God makes mistake. Newsflash, God does not make mistake.
Nope.
It is human beings who make mistakes, who are flawed, who are weak-minded. Maybe you are making a mistake that will cost your life. Have you ever thought about that? Apparently not. And if you're just okay with that, guess what? You're part of the problem. And one day, history is going to look back and, you know what I'm saying, be like, those motherfuckers, It be your own people, dog. Y'all already know me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck if you're my own blood. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. Please don't come to my grave. That's how I'm telling y'all, man. Blood does not mean shit. You can have the same blood, they will hurt you the most. Like, your own people, your own family can fucking hurt you the fucking most. You feel me? Like, how the fuck? So Elon Musk, a billionaire who can disappear, you know what I'm saying, go have fun. He got money that will last him the rest of his life and more. And more. And more. He got like, fuck you money. He got like, I don't give a fuck money. Okay? You and me, we're like, oh my God, can we have like fraction so we can live? Not like even comfortably live, just to survive. Nah. He took ours, like our money. He like, give it to me, you feel me? Like, but anyways, I fuck with him. Like, I got so much respect for him. Like, he's the only one that he can go away and have fun, get all the bitches he want, like just have all the fucking, just like Jeff Bezos. Have y'all seen how Jeff Bezos be chilling? Nah. You haven't been. Y'all really haven't seen him. Yeah, like yeah. You guys don't see Jeff Bezos. You feel me? He's having fun. He could go away just like that. Elon Musk can do that. He can do that. You feel me? He can do that. He can have, you know what I'm saying, chill in his yacht. You dig? Even though, you know what I'm saying, this nigga, the best all he could do is this lady. You feel me? Like an old lady. You feel me? Like he's young as fuck. He can have all the, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it's not bad. That's Jeff Bezos right there, chilling. Elon Musk can do the same shit. You feel me? But he decided, nah, man. He decided, I ain't gonna do that. So he fight for the people, man. Unlike this nigga, who just got, you know what I'm saying, in his yacht. He just chilling in his yacht. That's it. He don't give a fuck about the effort. He don't give a fuck what y'all. He don't give a fuck about nothing. But what the fuck happened? I'm lagging, chat. Damn, they attacking me already. This shit wild, man. But anyways. But Elon Musk, man, he's really fighting the good he's really doing a lot of good shit right here, bro. Like, if you live in California, man, it's over for y'all, man. If you really raising kids in California, I feel bad for you guys. I really pray for you guys. I will pray for you guys. But this shit is happening in California as well. I mean, in Canada as well. Okay, but here is what Elon Musk said on Twitter, aka X. You know what I'm saying, that they're trying to rebrand. So this is what he said. This bill is a wolf in a sheep's clothing. Okay? He goes on to say, what it would actually mean is that if you disagree with other parent about sterilizing your child, you lose custody, which means you won't be able to see your kid, or your kid will not stay with you. Okay? And he was reacting to the breaking news that was reported earlier, which was the California Assembly just voted in favor for this bill, AB 957, which will require judges to take into account whether a parent affirms a child's gender identity, or gender expression. Bro, it's over, man.
New World Order.
This is happening in California. Do you know what this fucking means?
New World Order.
Gender expression. In determining custody, the Senate already approved it. So it's heading to Governor Newsom and Governor Gavin Newsom, which is basically 2 steps away from dictatorship, the way he be. Have you seen his policy towards the pandemic? Have you seen the way he treated those small businesses, the mom and pop shops that's out of business now? Bruh, a lot of Californians are fucking hurting because of this fucking guy. And now he's gonna sign that bill with his... He won't even refute that shit. He will close his eyes and sign that shit. Because liberals are fucking behind this shit. Gender affirming shit. They will tell you, this is crazy. This is the Democratic Party that used to stand for democratic values. Like Joe Biden would say, I'm the guy like those values. Like he got some like crazy shit to tell you. I will take away your fucking... Put on your mask. If you're not vaccinated, this is the pandemic of the unvaccinated. What? What the fuck? Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. If you live in California and you're living under a rock and you have kids, make sure your kids don't hang around with other kids other kids who are not properly raised, who don't have... What I'm trying to say is just make sure your kids don't hang around with bad kids who look like they're about to be gay. Make sure your kids play sports. Make sure your kid knows he's either son or a daughter. There's no difference, okay? There's no binary. There's no there's no 32 other different fucking different genders. No, there's only man and woman. If you disagree with that, I get it. But in my opinion, fuck that. The truth is there is only men and women. It's been like that for as long as humans have been existed, and as long as even before that. So animals or anything God created, in my opinion, anything Allah created, anything has male and female. But in 2023, for some reason, there's other genders. Where did we find them? Where were they? 10 years ago, where were they? 20 years ago, where were they? 40 years ago, where were they? 60 years ago, where?
New World Order.
Just because the elites just gonna come up with a new fucking divisive agenda and y'all just gonna fall for it? Think about that. It's people
New World Order
who are pushing down this shit, and these people don't even know it, to the point where they change their body, like they really literally do unthinkable. Like they upset God by you cutting off your dick, bro. You upsetting God. Like you are saying, God, I'm disagreeing with you. How could you disagree with God? How could you disagree with God? He made you out of nothing. And now you have the audacity to say, oh, he made you out of fucking nothing. Oh, like now you got brain. Now all of a sudden you got now you the one that know everything. Don't you know 20 years, just a few years back, you didn't even know anything. You didn't know better. Now you have a little bit of thinking and a philosophy that saves you from just you know what I'm saying? Just so you can fucking live the rest of the people. Now you think that it's just, I'm having a hard time, man. I'm having a hard time trying to understand what makes you think that, oh my God, the body that I'm on, fuck this shit. These kids cannot make a decision. You're a fucking 7 years old. You're not even, you're a son. You are a boy. I don't care if you feel like a girl. You're 7 years old. If this is gonna become a law, you know what should become a law then? The kids should fucking drink then. The kids should fucking drive. The kids should fucking vote. The kids should do anything else then. And if the parents fucking do anything and say anything, then the judge should fucking take that into determination of the custody. How about that? But they won't do that. They cherry pick. That's what I'm saying, bro. They cherry pick. They see you they see you struggling, but they will gaslight you. Oh, pick up yourself by the bootstraps. Oh, stop being soft. Oh, this and that. But they don't know what you they know exactly what you're going through. They know exactly what you're going through. These people,
New World Order.
Matter of fact, know if you're gonna make it out or not. They know every step that you take. They know every fucking step that you take. So it's whatever, man. Y'all just, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just take the lies, man. Y'all just take the lies, bro.
The real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice.
You don't.
You don't.
You fucking don't.
You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit.
Yeah, you heard that. They really don't want that. An example of, look at this. This is shocking. This should shock you, okay? Look, what you're about to see might shock you. This is like crazy. Look at the headline. A body cam video shows a federal drug prosecutor handing police a business card in DUI crash arrest. Let me say that again. He was arrested. This prosecutor, he's a federal drug prosecutor, which means he put so-called drug dealers in jail, right? He indict those people, he find them, he go after those people, right? But this time, he got caught up. He was drunk and he was driving, right? Drunk driving. And he got into an accident and he didn't stop. So a police squad attempted to pull him over. And this video is going to take it from there. What happens after? Crazy. It's not shocking to me. This happens all the time. That's why I be telling ya, the law only apply. They only use the Constitution when it works for their interests, when it only benefits them. But when they're in trouble, Constitution doesn't even matter. Hear this shit. Hear this shit.
I understand we might be having a better night. What is this?
Yeah.
What are you trying to hand me? Joseph, Ruddy. Is that you?
That's me.
Are you an active assistant?
I am.
U.S. State Attorney? You understand why I'm here?
I had an accident on the collar.
You did? Why didn't you stop?
I didn't realize it was that serious.
Do you need me to call medical services? Do you have a back issue?
No.
You're like, really moving this. Got me concerned. I'm out here because there's a hit and run. You hit a vehicle and you ran. Okay? You ran because you're drunk. You probably didn't realize that you hit the vehicle. Am I right in that aspect?
Yes.
So are you a district attorney for the state or for the government?
A USA. Assistant U.S. Attorney.
So you realize when they pull my body-worn camera footage and they see this is going to go really bad. So, yeah. As long as we're on the same page as that. Do you have your insurance for the vehicle? Looks like it could be it there. Geico?
Geico.
Whoa! Whoa! Yo. Unbelievable, bro.
What the fuck? New World Order.
If you're watching this outside of the United States of America, you might be like, what? I never thought that might happen in the United States of America. What? The democracy? What? The land of... And to be fair, democracy is working. Actually, the officer... I mean, how many times do you think this guy have done this before? Because, first of all, if you're an African American, if you're a black person in America, and you step out of the vehicle, do you know what happens to you? That's right. You might not make it alive. I'm telling you that right now. You might not make it out of there alive. So Even if you stay inside, you might not be there. Like, you might be dead. I'm telling you right now. But you can see the way this guy's being, even though right there he's being held accountable, he's still being given a special treatment. If it was a Hispanic person, it would have been even worse situation. If it was a black person, worse situation. If it was an Indian person, American, like, it's just, you would be, bro, any other race, crazy. But I don't make the rules. I just report them. So don't get mad at me. And nothing like that. This is exactly what happens. It happens so often. I've seen it countless times, thousands of times. If you look it up, you might see it even more than I have before. So yeah, this is a common thing in America. You know what I'm saying? The law does not apply to the citizens equally. It does not.
Nope.
One party, man, they use the government to like indict others. You know what I'm saying? That's America in 2023. Maybe one day we're gonna look back, you know what I'm saying? But I really, that is crazy, man. Look at this. What an embarrassing. What an embarrassing. What an embarrassing. What an embarrassing.
Are you an active assistant? U.S. State Attorney?
The audacity to hand your business card instead of your driver's license and proof of insurance, you're gonna give it to your business card. That's how you know that privilege. It's given privilege. You know what I'm saying? Like, business card. Like, don't fucking ask me no driver's license, no fucking insurance. Here's a business card. That's like when you see, like he was expecting, when you see the federal prosecutor, he want the officer to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, federal prosecutor. Here's your your business card. You could we had nothing happen. Have a good night, sir." That's exactly what he was expecting. And to be fair, that could have happened maybe if the camera was not rolling. Sometimes it's too late. You cannot turn the camera off. Like, you cannot turn it off because you might be in trouble. So, and there is other officers around, so it's like the possibility of, I don't know, they weren't expecting. But if this time he get away, man, think about the times he did not. If this time he get away, man, think about the times he did not. I didn't realize. You didn't realize he got into an accident? You didn't realize he got into an accident?
Do you need me to call medical services? Do you have a back issue?
No. Lean back.
Really leaning. It's got me concerned.
Lean back.
I'm out here because there was a hit and run. You hit a vehicle and you ran. Okay. You ran because you're drunk. You probably didn't realize that.
Alcohol level 0.17%, twice the limit level.
District attorney for the state or for the government?
USA. Assistant U.S. Attorney.
So, you realize when they pull my body-worn camera footage and they see this is going to go really bad.
That was the moment he realized he fucked up. That was the moment right there. It's like, like, look. Look at that. I wish I could zoom in, man. I wish I could have zoomed in. Let me see. he's like this when he find that out, when they told him as soon as they're gonna see this dash cam, this camera, like it's not gonna go. He's like that was the moment that he realized, fuck.
So, yeah, as long as we're on the same page with that. Do you have your insurance for the vehicle? Looks like it's gonna be it there, Geico.
Look, it's gonna fall. I feel bad, man. Look, it's gonna fall. Moral of this story: don't drink and drive, guys. Moral of this story, man: don't drink. Number one, don't drink and drive. Number two, the law does not apply equally to the citizens, which is a major issue in America. Maybe one day, man, maybe one day we'll get there. Just like, you know what I'm saying, the founders dreamed of. Okay? Maybe one day. But it's going to take all of us, dog. It's going to take all of us, man. You feel me? But you already know, man. This is not something new, man. It's not new.
The real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls.
I'm going to leave you guys. I'm going to leave you guys with this video. You know what I'm saying? It really... And RIP to George Carlin. Sir, you're in a better place. Like, that man changed so many people's lives, including mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta seek the truth. Have a good night, you guys. I'll see you. I got a new schedule. I'll be streaming Wednesdays, Friday, and Saturday. I'm thinking about possibly Sunday, but stay tuned on that. Hopefully around 7 p.m. Central Time and 9 or 5 p.m. Western Time. Eastern Time. 8 p.m. Eastern Time. 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay? And I'll see you guys today. I might see you guys tomorrow, okay? But enjoy this video. Adios.
But say what you want about America, land of the free, home of the brave. We got some dumbass motherfuckers floating around this country. Dumbass motherfuckers, you know? Yeah. Now, obviously, that doesn't include this audience. I understand that. You seem intelligent and perceptive, but the rest of them, holy jumping fucking shitballs. Dumber than a second coat of paint. And this ain't just ranting and raving. This ain't just blowing off steam. I got a little evidence to support my claim. It just seems to me, that only a really low IQ population could have taken this beautiful continent, this magnificent American landscape that we inherited. Well, actually, we stole it from the Mexicans and the Indians, but hey, it was nice when we stole it. It looked pretty good. It was pristine. Paradise. Have you seen it lately? Have you taken a good look at it lately? It's fucking embarrassing. Only a nation of unenlightened half-wits could have taken this beautiful place and turned it into what it is today, a shopping mall. A big fucking shopping mall. You know that? That's all you got. That's all you've got here, folks. Mile after mile of mall after mall. Many, many malls. Major malls and mini malls. They put the mini malls in between the major malls. And in between the mini malls, they put the mini marts. And in between the mini marts, you got the car lots, gas stations, muffler shops, laundromats, cheap hotels, fast food joints, strip clubs, and dirty bookstores. America the Beautiful. One big transcontinental commercial cesspool. And how do the people feel about all this? How do the people feel about living in a coast-to-coast shopping mall? Well, they think it's just fucking dandy. They think it is cool as can be, because Americans love the mall. They love the mall. That's where they get to satisfy their two most prominent addictions at the same time: shopping and eating. Millions of semi-conscious Americans, day after day, shuffling through the malls, shopping and eating, especially eating. Americans love to eat. They are fatally attracted to the slow death of fast food. Hot dogs, corn dogs, triple bacon, cheeseburgers, deep fried butter dipped in pork fat and cheese whiz, mayonnaise, soaked barbecue, mozzarella, patty melts. Americans will eat anything, anything, anything. If you were selling sauteed raccoons' assholes on a stick, Americans would buy them and eat them, especially if you dipped them in butter and put a little salsa on them. This country is big time, pig time. Forget the bald eagle. You know what the national emblem of this country ought to be? A big bowl of macaroni and cheese. A big bowl, because everything in this country is king size. King size, extra large, and super jumbo, especially the fucking people. Have you seen some of the people in this country? Have you taken a good look at some of these big fat motherfuckers walking around? Big fat motherfuckers. Oh my God, huge piles of redundant protoplasm lumbering through the malls like a fleet of interstate buses. The people in this country are immense, massive bellies, monstrous thighs, and big fat fucking asses. And if you stand there for a minute and you look at one of them, you begin to wonder, how does this woman take a shit? How does she shit? And even more frightening, how does she wipe her ass? Can she even locate her asshole? She must require assistance. Are paramedics trained in this field? Telling you, the people in this country, every one of them is 50 pounds overweight. They are gargantuan. And in the summertime, God help us, in the summertime, they all want to wear short pants. Jesus, Lord, protector of all that is good and holy, deliver me from fat people in short pants. They all got short pants, big bellies, fat thighs, and dumb kids. Short pants, big bellies, fat thighs, and dumb kids. Every one of them's got two dumb-ass kids with them. And the whole family is wearing T-shirts, and every one of them's got the same T-shirt. I'm with stupid. Apparently in this country, the stupids are an extended family. And besides wearing them T-shirts, everyone in the family's got on a backpack. They got a backpack strapped to their back so they can carry around lots of stupid shit. And the reason they got to carry their stupid shit strapped to their backs is because their hands must remain free at all times to hold food. And to get that food up to the mouth where it gets shoveled in with all the rest of the disgusting shit they ate that day. And another reason for the backpacks is these people are going to buy even more stupid shit. They ain't got enough stupid shit at home. They just had a stupid shit sale. They ain't going to buy more. They're going to go out in the parking lot and stuff this stuff into the big, fat, ugly, oversized SUV that's got plenty of room in it for stupid shit and lots of room left over for these big, fat, ugly motherfuckers to get them home. Stopping, of course, for jelly roll and fried dough. These people are efficient, professional, compulsive consumers. It's their civic duty, consumption. It's the new national pastime. Fuck baseball, it's consumption. The only true, lasting American value that's left, buying things. People spending money they don't have on things they don't need. Money they don't have on things they don't need, so they can max out their credit cards and spend the rest of their lives paying 18% interest on something that costs $12.50. And they didn't like it when they got it home anyway. Not too bright, folks. Not too fucking bright. But if you talk to one of them about this, if you isolate one of them, you sit them down rationally, you talk to them about the low IQs and the dumb behavior and the bad decisions, right away they start talking about education. That's the big answer to everything. Education. They say we need more money for education. We need more books, more teachers, more classrooms, more schools. We need more testing for the kids. You say to them, well, you know, we've tried all of that and the kids still can't pass the test. They say, don't you worry about that. We're going to lower the passing grades. And that's what they do in a lot of these schools now. They lower the passing grades so more kids can pass. More kids pass, the school looks good, everybody's happy, the IQ of the country slips another 2 or 3 points, and pretty soon all you'll need to get into college is a fucking pencil. Got a pencil? Get the fuck in there, it's physics. Then everyone wonders why 17 other countries graduate more scientists than we do. Education! Politicians know that word, they use it on you. Politicians have traditionally hidden behind 3 things: the flag, the Bible, and children. No child left behind. No child left behind. Oh, really? Well, it wasn't long ago you were talking about giving kids a head start. Head start, left behind? Someone's losing fucking ground here. But there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.